with our DNA sequence that has been mutated. No! Okay, so this is a lot on this slide, I totally know, so we're going to just focus. So we already have over here, okay, over here, is the coding we just did. But, oh no, there was a mutation. Bum, bum, bum. So what has happened is right here, it tells us in the directions up here, it says to remove the guanine from the first base pair position of codon number 9. So remember when we counted, this was codon number 9. So we're removing that G base and shift all the other letters up. We're going to write the new sequence down here for the next remaining codon. So can you guys help me out? What should my next 3 codons be after that if we're removing that G? Tell me the first codon pair. UAG. How do we get UAG? Where did that extra G at the end come from? Yeah, we just shifted it over. So we took the G, boop, right here. So now, there we go. Ms. Connell drew it on the whiteboard so you guys can see. We took the G from right here and moved it to the next, so that's a codon now. Okay, so that would be next. So UAG would be the next one. What will be our next 3, our next set of 3? Sorry. Okay, what else? Okay, now what's our next one? We had AAC, which was next, good. And then we had ACU. Yeah, you guys are getting this shifting very easily. And then what's next? Oh, no. That's not a full codon. Dun, dun, dun. We'll have to see what happens as a result of that. So now we've got our codon pairs right here. So we already know these amino acids are going to stay the same, right? Because they're the same codons. All right. Let me take a little screenshot and move it just to save us time because I don't want to have to do that all over again. All right, we've got our, so our first set of codons and the amino acids are all going to stay the same. And then we have to see what's going to happen for after that. So we had all of these amino acids staying the same. Oh, let me stretch this out a little bit so it fits. There we go. Okay, so then after that last one, number 8 codon, what is number 9 codon going to code for? Oh, some of you guys are getting ahead. Look, Ms. Connell put up the screen. What is that number 9 one going to code for? It's now UAG. What does UAG code for? Oh, no. So we've hit something right here, and it's going to tell us to stop. So at this point, we're no longer coding for a protein. So all of these down here, all these codons down here are all going to be junk DNA. They're not going to be read.
And think about it, you guys. Remember that we have to start with a start codon, right? So if the ribosome gets a stop codon, it's going to stop making the protein, and it's not going to start making another protein until it gets a start codon. So that's why all this stuff is junk. It's not going to keep getting coded for. Does that make sense?
Ooh, okay, there we go. All right, so let's look at the codon chart. So we already know, we already did that part. So really quick, what kind of mutation has occurred here? What type of mutation has occurred here? Here, I'm going to give you guys that cheat sheet again. Here's our cheat sheet. What type of mutation has occurred?
I love that we're getting multiple answers here.
Me too. Because if you read through it, it's going to tell you some cool stuff too. Okay, so if we read the instructions of that example that we just had, it says, it is deleted accidentally, okay? So it's a deletion. However, if we go back over here, look what it says. These deletion mutations can cause frame shift mutations. What? What? Isn't that crazy? So it's like a little bit of both. Does that make sense, you guys? So those of you guys who are saying deletion, I'm cool with that one. Those of you guys who said frame shift, yep, also cool. So either one of those would work for this as a type of delete or as a type of mutation. Awesome.
Okay, in simple terms, you guys, the G was deleted, and we shifted all the letters up. Deleted, shifted. Okay, let's move on to our next question. It says, what effect does the mutation have on the amino acid sequence? Can I get someone on the mic who can tell me, how did this affect what was supposed to happen versus what actually happened? I'm going to let Olivia go. I appreciate you guys, Sovereign and Keyvon. I'm going to let Olivia go.
I think it's because since we have like the stop, we can't make any more proteins, so they just kind of like canceled out until there's like a start amino acid or something like that.
Good. Okay, so we have an early stop codon. What does that change from this to this? Think about it. What is the whole point of stringing these amino acids together? Go ahead, Sovereign.
To make a protein, so if there's an early stop codon, the protein can't be made.
Awesome, and I love that in the chat you guys were giving me the answer too, so thank you very much, Sam, Alex, Ben, you guys killed it. But yes, you guys, this is going to make a different protein, right? It's going to code for a completely different protein in this situation. We're missing some of those amino acids we normally had, so a different protein can cause lots of different changes to whatever that gene is specifically, okay? Yeah, you got that correct, I agree. Okay, so what do you think could have caused this mutation? What could be a cause of this mutation occurring?
I like what Lauren said. Sometimes mutations just happen. That's true. How did it happen? How did it randomly occur? Kind of reached a standstill. Okay, so what's happening, guys? Remember we talked about how these errors occur, right? I'm going to go back to our KUD real quick. Look at our no statement for today. DNA replication is tightly regulated. What is regulating the DNA replication? What little helpers are in place that are regulating the replication process? Yes, enzymes, good job. Remember? DNA polymerase, RNA polymerase, all of those enzymes that are trying to do that job to like carry those letters over, right? So if DNA is, the replication process is regulated by these enzymes and it's super accurate, errors can occur. So what's happening with the errors? Those enzymes are proofreading, but they just don't catch one. But think about it, you guys. There are so many nucleotide-based sequences that it's possible that one gets coded for incorrectly, right? So how does that happen? Just through errors in the DNA replication process. Oh, dang it, you beat me. You're fast. Okay. All right, so based on this slide, it looked like a lot. How do you guys feel about this? Green check if you're like, I followed all the way through. I might not have known all the answers, but I get it now. Red X if you're like, oh boy, that was hard. And don't respond if you're a zombie, and I'll put you in the zombie room.
Okay, so we want you guys to respond. So even if you're not sure, you thought that was a little challenging, please give us a red X. We just want to see where the class is. Green check if you're feeling okay with it. Red X if you're like, I could use some more practice on this. It's maybe a little bit confusing.